is a very special spot. It's a spot between three violations. So we have the governor's bungalow on one side. This used to be a beach space, and then Mr. Amritraj runs a tennis thing. So they paid 18 lakhs to the village, which the village does not own this, or they actually have exercise rights over this but cannot sell it. And they've leased this land, so they came and dumped earth and rubble and converted this into a tennis court. People found out about it, and when the protest was raised, the corporation asked them to stop the work, but they never asked them to restore this space. And Arun can tell you that the turtles sometimes do tend to move further in, but if they were to come here, I'm sure they will not be able to dig because this is rubble. Planetarium is one of the older violations. Anything constructed after 1991, on the eastern side of the existing road or within 200 meters of the coast would be considered a violation. This is the governor's bungalow. The governor's bungalow has been around since the British times, and just be careful, there's a lot of crap there on the side. A lot of crap on the side. So yeah, the governor's bungalow has been there since the British times. This was the place where the governor would come to sip his gin and tonic and have a view of the sea and go bathe and come back and change. Now, of course, both the post of the governor and the governor's bungalow is pretty redundant, but we continue to have that. Just last 2 years ago, they have spent about 24 lakhs in renovating this thing, and in renovating they've also expanded the floor space, which is illegal, and they have landscaped this entire area. This used to be sandy, but now there's a lawn. Sir, we'll be there in another 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, so we'll be there at 8 o'clock. The people took a little time to come, so we've started the tour gate, and money is being spent. It is not being used. The space is not being used. We wanted the space to be thrown open as a children's museum or an exhibition space where children can use it, but it's been privatized by the governor. And unfortunately, one of the other concerns we had is if VIP start coming over here, it becomes a public nuisance because they block the roads and make it really troublesome for people to come. So that's the story about this. On the right hand side is a village called Odekuppam. It's again an old village, and Ode Managar. And you will notice that the garbage over here is not removed, which is standard practice. The Neil Metal Finalka, which is a contractor for this entire area, believes that their responsibility ends where the tar road ends. So they do not cover the slum areas. So it is not that these people are particularly dirty. In fact, they're less dirty than we are because we have more cash, so we generate more trash. But over here, the garbage is just not removed. And as a result, it piles up, and you go through that area. Also, the sewage comes into the beach, and so it's a breeding place for mosquitoes and disease-bearing vectors. So you can just start with the quick thing on.
Like, it's got one end here. You can see the guy standing on the rope, and you are taking it and going. You can see the rope going all the way to the boat. That boat will make a big loop, a kilometer, and come back to the town the other side.
About 300-400 meters down.
And then they have both ends, and then they'll pull. So there's a good loop form, and sometimes they pull for 3 hours, 4 hours. There's 40 guys on either side. They keep pulling and then the whole thing comes through. They only do it in a certain season. They have this. Each village has this one boat which they use, and it's kind of village thing, and they do it just for this.
After the monsoons, when the water is very calm, actually today it's very turbulent, and that's why I don't know why they're doing it, and our fishing expert is not here. So what I've been told is normally it's done when the water is very flat and calm, and they fish for shoal fish. So they probably will come up with things like squid, nithyanand, and what's one? Sardines. Sardines, and then shoal fish like that is what they fish for in this. For this, they require a lot of beach space. Each village may have more than one. Like in Urul-Kuppam, there are 3 ferry-wale boats. Those boats are like those boats, wooden boats, not fiber boats. You see the one that's standing over here, orange and green. That's a ferry-wale boat. And right next to it, you'll find a heaped up net. That entire thing is a net. And you need about 15, 16 people on either side pulling it, and you need lots of beach space. So what happens is they build a road over here, is your Perivala trade gets affected. Perivala trade has, like, you know, as I told you about, up to 30 people, each person taking a share. So last, on 18th, they had a Perivala pulling over there in all the villages. Actually, there were 4 Perivalas, including on the beach. And those guys in Odaikuppam got nearly 15,000 rupees worth of fish. And that was good, you know, it was about 600 rupees or 500 rupees per person they got, the people who pulled. So it's a very important part of the economy. It's seasonal employment, because this is a season when immediately after this, the trade is probably something very big that they've got. If you notice, a big concentration of fishing boats over there. So it's either shrimp or something expensive. The way the traditional governance over here works is, if one village finds shrimp, they're supposed to tell all the villages on the coast, in Madras coast. So they send word, and anybody can come and fish over here. And that's the way they ensure that if there's a bounty elsewhere, they get invited to the feast as well.